Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Court of Swords, the Dragon Bowl episode. Dragon Bowl. We can't say Z. That's too close. What? And we can't. Dragon Bowl C for court.
No, dude, Dragon. Just do it the Canadian way. Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
Dragon Ball Z. I never even thought about that.
Yeah, that's what they call it in Canada. Actually,
you know, I'm wondering. I'm trying to think if there was an alternate voiceover for the show in Canada, like if they didn't translate it as Dragon Ball, because
they did the whole
I could absolutely
Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon.
I could totally see it.
Yeah, that said Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
I
wonder.
We asked the hard questions here on Court of Swords. Man, you guys, good job to all of you who moved your flight, because about 8 inches of snow dropped later Sunday and Monday evening. You guys would have been fucked. I don't think you would have gotten out of here. So those flights were super early, but I think they were needed. Zeke, I think you had the earliest flight at 5 a.m.
Yep, I did.
How was that? What's going on at the St. Louis airport at 5 a.m. in the morning?
It is fucking dead. It is completely dead.
Yeah.
No, like I got there because I got there at like 4, just to be safe.
Yeah.
And there wasn't a soul stirring, nothing's open. You can't get a coffee. You can't get you can go to a vending machine, I guess, but the only people there are the people cleaning the place, and it's just desolate.
Yeah.
I mean, truth be told, I kind of like that better than when it's super busy.
Well, it's weird to see an airport dead, right? Because most airports, no matter what the time you go through, they're going to be pretty busy. But St. Louis is not a major hub or anything, at least I don't think. So yeah, it was just dead. That's nice. Have you ever slept in an airport, Zeke? You seem like a guy who's been stuck in an airport before. I don't know what that means, but that you seem like one.
Let's think of some other. Let's ask Zeke some other things that he slept on. Zeke, have you ever slept on a park bench?
Never done a park bench. I've never done park bench.
Mm-hmm.
You were drinking out of a brown
slept on
paper
the sidewalk
consistently.
I've drank out of a brown paper bag before. You bet.
Ever slept in your car in a parking lot?
Oh yeah,
I've done that. I've done that. I did that at a QuakeCon in the summer heat of Texas. Let me tell you, waking up in a car when it's 100+ outside, it is not a fun way to wake up. That is a bad time.
Even worse when it's not your car you're waking up in.
It was not actually my car. But yeah, that was a bad time. But.
I did a wake up. We actually we drove. Me and Man vs. Game drove to Denver to see the Tool concert. And we were driving back, and we had ingested some fungus.
Oh, I've heard this story before.
Yeah. And we were like, we can't drive anymore. Once we got to Wyoming, we were like, we're safe in Wyoming, right? So we drove off and slept in the fucking hatchback of my CRX in the hot sun, just I had a sunburn on my face, just right on this side, because it was just beating down on my face.
Bad times.
Yeah. So I've slept in a lot of weird places. I've slept in the speaking of Denver, the Denver airport.
Yeah.
If you ever get stranded there, here's a pro tip.
Okay.
Pro tip for you.
All right.
If you have to stay the night in the Denver airport, there will be a lot of people sleeping in a lot of different places. Find the chapel and sleep in there. No one goes there. It's dead quiet, and it has outlets, and it's air conditioned.
Huh.
That's where I found that, and I slept there. I've slept there twice.
The problem is if you sleep at Denver International Airport, you have cursed dreams. You are granted a vision of hell. And if you can survive with your sanity intact and you wake up the next day, you're okay. But Denver International Airport claims the souls of thousands every year. It's a known fact.
That's how they keep it running.
Yeah. Just look at all of have you seen any of the creepy stuff there they got?
Yeah, the terrifying horse that killed its creator.
Yeah.
Lucifer.
Terrifying.
What?
Yeah, Lucifer.
Oh, that's
the
right.
horse.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember when we went
Giant
there in
blue
Colorado
horse
and
statue
everyone
that
told that
glows.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Red eyes.
It's a horrific. It's a giant blue horse with glowing red eyes.
It is amazing.
And
it is so
before they put it up, it
unbelievably
fell
demonic.
on the guy who made it and it killed him. So,
Well,
The sun finished it.
yep, Satan's in that horse. Denver Airport is in
that
such
is
a
an
weird.
evil horse.
Isn't it just like in the middle of nowhere with nothing
Middle of
around
nowhere.
it too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
I remember that now.
they tore down the old airport and built this new one way out in the boonies. Like even like anybody who lives in Denver, it takes at least half an hour to get to the airport if you live anywhere near Denver proper.
Yeah.
Or any of the suburbs. But and the reason is because like they built it from the ground up to be like the hub in the center of the United States.
That's
kind of the reason. One of the reasons why I moved here.
Yeah. Yeah. It
The
doesn't snow that
underground
much there either.
structures say a different story. Whatever. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, if you Google Lucifer, like Lucifer with a B on the front, it's the image that pops up. That's Lucifer.
Huh. Well, there you go. There you
Nice
go.
airport, though. That said, if it is run by Satan, way to go, Satan. It's pretty
Yeah, I
good
mean, it's kind of efficient. He makes his time.
It's better still.
Sometimes.
Still better than
Most times.
LAX. Like I would rather go to a cursed airport, haunted by the possessed spirit of
the
an evil
Angels run
horse than go to
and
LAX.
Everyone knows that's a shithole. So, you got to go
Yeah.
to
No.
Satan's airport over there in Denver.
Apparently, the Atlanta airport is the biggest airport in the whole world.
Really?
Yeah.
Actually, Atlanta was the airport
believe
where
it.
I had to, going back to how this conversation started. That's the airport where I spent the night. I was not happy in that it gets so cold at airports at night because no one's in them and they don't adjust the AC.
There's no body heat.
Yeah, there's no body heat. So you're sitting on like these anti-homeless person chairs that have these dividers so that you're not supposed to sleep on them. It's just a nightmare. Sleeping at the airport sucks. It's a bad time.
You know what? We on our connection over to you for the live show.
Yeah.
We were sitting right across. Me and Adam were sitting right across one of those like rent a room kind of mini hotel room kind of things in Dallas. I was like, I wish my layover was longer so I could check that out.
Were you at Love Field or DFW?
DFW.
Oh, okay. DFW's not bad. DFW's not bad.
No.
They got a good TGI Fridays there. You get the Jack Daniels ribs. They serve them all day, morning, noon, and night. I had them at 7 a.m. one day. Didn't regret it at all. It's a good time. It's a good time.
Get a full slab of ribs here, 7 in the morning.
I was
You
the
order
only
it,
person.
and your server's like, "Are you sure?"
Yeah, no, that was the question I got. Was like, you really want ribs at 7 a.m. in the morning? I remember that very particular. It was one of the first times I ever flew as well. It's like, flying's great. You just get ribs at the airport at 7 a.m. It's fantastic.
She's like, "Do you want an egg with that?" So,
Nah. Max, what have you been up to? How you been? What are you eating? What's in your mouth? Tell me all
I'm
the
eating a
questions.
biscuit.
Answer them in order.
what's in your mouth? A biscuit from Popeyes.
Oh.
didn't have any. This is the first
Good
thing
shit.
I'm eating all day.
I mean, the follow-up question is, have you had the Popeyes chicken sandwich?
I haven't. No, I don't really care about
You
it.
went to
I'll try it, but
Popeyes
I'm
and
not.
you didn't get the chicken sandwich?
First of all, you're talking to a streamer. I didn't go to Popeyes.
Even then, you got to
call.
order it. What are you doing?
I forgot they even had a chicken sandwich. Wasn't it them and KFC they were fighting or something like that?
It was
It was
everybody
every
that
chicken
sells.
sandwich, yeah. It was every
chicken.
chicken
Yeah.
sandwich
Oh,
website.
Chick-fil-A, right? That's what it was.
Website, Jesus.
And then everyone got in on it like, we got a chicken sandwich too, as if it's hard to make a chicken sandwich.
Yeah. They got the best one, though. It's giant. I can't believe you
I don't
felt
like Giant anymore. I don't like that anymore. That younger Max would have been like, fuck yeah.
We were
Older Max
talking
is
about
like,
this
that's
at
gonna
dinner,
cause
yeah.
problems later. Ooh.
it's a pretty big chicken sandwich. It's true. It's true.
Yeah. The fuck have I been up to? Oh, I played a bunch of the Warframe update last night. That was fun.
Isn't that's
cool
pretty
update.
good?
Little glitchy here and there, but they're
I
kind
didn't
of.
find any bugs.
there's a
It
lot
was
to
great.
it.
Hashtag ad.
I was hashtag ad too, but hashtag advice. Still glitchy.
I thought you were gonna say
Um,
sad. They're over there.
Hashtag
We'll
ad
kill
device. You should play this game.
Mhm.
Oh boy.
But no, it was fun. I really enjoyed it. I played the
Woof.
engineer. What class were you? What like kind of role were you running on the ship?
Big wolf.
Well, they let me pilot for the first game.
Oh, that's a mistake.
We died. And then after that, I was kind of just like, I'm gonna just do a bunch of stuff. You guys do
Go-
whatever is gonna work.
Go in the back of the ship. Just
Yeah,
JP, go over there.
yeah. I did kind of
Um,
all the things. We're doing that again tomorrow on Drop Frames. I think me and Co have both played. Zeke will be the first time, so we're gonna let Zeke fly for the first mission, and we'll see how it goes.
I'm getting a crash course tonight after.
So you're doing a thing tonight. Okay, all right.
No, I'm not streaming it. I'm hooking up with one of the Warframe experts, and he's gonna like
good.
You'll take me through like what I need to know and stuff.
Yeah,
it's not that it's so complicated you can't figure it out. When's the last time you played Warframe, if ever?
When was the last time?
Probably about a year. 9
No,
months.
the last update, the last big update they had, the lift together,
the
lift together update. Yeah.
The big song.
Yep.
That stuff. That was a good update. The biggest thing with Warframe is just like getting all your mods and stuff in check, so that taking the time to do that and make sure that you spec correctly or whatever role you're gonna do, because it is kind of like when you jump in. If you haven't played for a very long time and you're trying to because this content is like a little bit like end game-ish. It's like higher level. It's meant to be like a challenge,
Yeah.
So not that you couldn't get it done with, still like medium spec or whatever stuff. So just ask people in your chat when it comes down to it too. And plus it has a great like PM system. People can just DM you and PM you with builds and all that stuff. And you just click it and it's like, okay, I'll apply this. So it's really handy for people that have been playing actively to help you out in your stream chat. But it was super fun. I played the engineer role, so I was like warping around the ship and stuff because there's different stuff you can spec into.
Yeah.
So that way you can warp to different points on the ship as it like pops up. Like, oh, we got an electrical fire right here. There's another fire that broke out over here. Hull rupture here, and it tags it all in different color coded priority. So like, oh shit, you got a red hull rupture here. Get your ass here and fix this shit. And then you can upgrade your like Omni gel kind of thing or whatever you want to call it, the Omni tool.
Yeah.
To seal stuff. It ends up being real intense because as the engineer, you're like. Everyone's yelling at you like, I got a fucking hull rupture right here. And you have to get everywhere really, really quick. And if you fail, everyone dies. So no pressure.
True.
Nice.
True. Well, everyone dies after an amount of time. That's kind of one of the nice things is you don't just fail when you reach 0 HP. You have like 30 or 45 seconds to repair shit.
There's a timer thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just kind of floated around. I played kind of like the everyman thing, kind of like how you were doing. Like I was fixing stuff. Leveled up into gunner too, just so when we needed to do that, because you get a notification that them ram sleds are coming. They're about to board you, JP. Someone's got to jump on that turret.
You got to. They have to.
Yeah, that's what I was up to. And we haven't been up to much, right? It's only been however many days.
Yeah, it's been 3 days. I don't know.
Oh,
it's been a while.
I lie. I went to Guitar Center and spent money. That's what I did.
What'd you buy at Guitar Center? They love spending money there at Guitar Center.
I got an electronic drum set, real nice one. Haven't hooked that up yet because we got to clear out space for it. But I've been wanting to get one of those for a while.
Why did you buy an electronic drum set?
I used to drum.
Because he wants to be a drummer.
And also, it's got all sorts of wacky stuff. You can make beats with.
Can you make all of the drum pieces like fart noises, and then it makes fart noises when you drum?
You absolutely could. I don't think that's baked into the drum kit's brain, but
all right, it was worthwhile. I could
manually assign it as a MIDI controller for sure. That
you made a worthwhile purchase.
I just imagine JP producing like a morning radio show. Yeah, he's got a keyboard. And he's like, time for another shit of the week.
It'd be good. Yeah, do it.
That's the last one. That's the cymbal.
That's the snare. Yeah, that's the snare.
Yeah, snare.
When Twitch goes out of business and streaming collapses, we're all just going to become shock jock radio DJs, I guess.
Yeah, radio's going to be booming. It's going to be huge.
Suddenly FM radio is going to blow up again.
Yeah. It'll be a good time.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. It'll be great.
I got that. Haven't hooked it up yet. However, I did also. You thought I only spent money there on that. Nope. I bought a DJ deck because I've really wanted one.
Hell yeah, my dude.
Time. Basically, I'm just spending money at the end of the year because of expenses. That's pretty much what's happening. I'm just like, what have I wanted for a bit?
Because you just want write-offs?
Yeah.
I needed to write off $8,000, so I'm just going to wear this diamond-encrusted Versace hat for the rest of the stream.
Right.
Well,
I wish I had like a really fancy cup to be like, and other things too.
Shit, I got 14 days. I got to go do some write-off purchases. That's true.
You got them. I didn't do any last year, so I'm kind of making it up.
Yeah.
God, this is about to become the most boring conversation. Doesn't your fiscal year end earlier than December, or
no? It actually ends later. The fiscal year Q1 or Q4 ends in April.
Yeah, Yeah, so you've got lots of time. You don't have to spend the next 15 days.
I guess
You
that's
can't
true.
claim like a personal expense that's like a fancy cup. So
Oh,
Yeah, you
yeah.
can. If
But
it's
lots
on
of
air.
time.
most electronics also, yeah.
not,
you
not as a
can.
person, not as a personal expense. As a business expense,
Oh,
you
yeah.
absolutely could.
Yeah,
Yes,
business,
definitely.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Can't
I was gonna
claim
say,
your
if I use
pants,
this cup
but all your
exclusively
shirts
for
are
when
good
I'm
to
on
go.
stream.
Yeah, no
You
pants.
bet your ass I can write that shit off.
Well, you can.
yeah.
I mean, it's wardrobe. You just don't show it.
Well, so that's the question, right? I think if the revenue people, if they came to your house and they're like, you got to prove these, and you're like, I claim these pants. So like, show me one stream where you wore those.
I mean,
pants.
here's the thing: is the first streamer that gets audited is fucked. Like that's when a shit gets real. Whoever gets, it's probably gonna be like someone that got bought by Mixer. They're gonna get audited this year. 'Cause, like they just had this huge influx of money. Where does this shit come? How does this work? And then they'll get audited, and then it's gonna get real, and then we're all screwed.
I think
Why
it's
would we
interesting
all be
that
screwed?
I don't know. We've probably been doing this wrong for years. People probably don't use accountants. I don't know. There's probably a bunch of issues.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
hey,
compared to a lot of people's like self-run businesses, I don't think streamers' taxes are very complicated. Like, I don't think we're doing much. I'm not doing much,
It's-
anyways, in terms of a lot of different expenses.
not that
get
they're-
really crazy complicated.
It's not that they're complicated. It's just I think that there are a lot of, and I think every broadcaster has had this conversation with somebody in authority once or twice. There's a lot of things you have to explain why you claimed it in a way that makes sense to
right.
the person that you're telling it to, right? If they're like,
That would be. the
why
issue
did
if something
you
got
why did
audited.
you claim $2,000 worth of anime figurines this year? And you're like, okay.
yeah.
Well, you have to understand
All right,
that I do
so-
a coffee show where we discuss anime. By the way, it's called anime.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. First of all, it's karaoke. All right. So second of all, I bought this $6,000 karaoke machine because I was planning on doing some streams. The thing is, you don't have to justify. Thankfully, you don't have to justify the purchases on a successful business. So if you like spend $8,000 on a very expensive karaoke machine and you stream once and then your business just falls apart, it's okay. It's still a business expense. They don't care if you succeed. You're allowed to fail.
It's true.
So at least we got that going for us.
Yeah. Did you write off that penis statue you bought back in the day?
It was a gift, so I did not have to buy it myself.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean that's the thing, right? Like my when I submit my stuff to my accountant, they're just like, I am gonna trust you that these are real things and that you're not just making this up because I don't understand any of it. But that's fine. Just if they ever come after you, we're going to have some long conversations with them about what the hell all this bullshit is and why you needed to spend $900 on it.
My favorite thing was trying to get a category. Like, he was like, "All right, we got to
Yeah.
put you in a category.
Yeah. Well,
Entertainment,
Yeah,
Would that
media
be,
production,
like, yeah,
broadcast.
sure, I guess." Like it's like it's hard to like, especially in Montana. Like I'm sure there are other places have like expanded like the boxes that you put yourself into tax wise.
Yeah.
But in Montana, it was like entertainer. They're gonna think you're a stripper. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's close.
Well, I mean,
I
you
mean-
work on the internet, you know.
Yeah,
Mhm.
my most of my living is made from the kindness of strangers.
It depends
So,
what
yeah.
It's
category
still
you're
very
really
much-
streaming on Twitch that would really define if you are or not.
right.
Sure,
Yeah. It's still
but really,
very
tax
much
wise,
when
it's
I-
no different.
No,
When I hear
you pretty
myself
much
go,
just have
like-
to be like, if Wayne from Wayne's World came in here to do his taxes, what category would you put him under? It's the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, very true.
It's true. Dan, save us from accounting conversations. Talk about something, anything.
The new Path of Exile update's really cool.
Path of Exile. Woo, let's talk
Yeah.
about how's that? Look at Zeke's
loving it.
eyes light straight up. He's so into
I'm
it.
loving the metamorph mechanic. Other than picking up all the shit.
Well, Friday they're patching that,
So fun.
so we're good.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it's super fun. I like that it's nice to have a mechanic that doesn't like get in, like you have to go out of your way to do it.
Yeah.
It's just like part of the map. So you just do it. And the loot's been really good.
It has.
Really, really good.
Have you?
Although I have one shot at myself many times, those fuckers.
That's what I was about to ask. Have you encountered the metamorph that will not die? Have you found him yet?
I've heard horror stories of the ever regenerator where you can't ever damage it.
I was playing off stream today, like 89 or 90. I died about 5% from the level, And I
When I think of
lost
someone
about
with
70% of that XP.
that
Dan.
never gets mad, like you're the first person I think of. So
I was so fucking
see you.
upset. I'm still upset about it. Like 70 fucking percent XP. It's like a literal. The entire day's work is gone because this fucking asshole metamorph. He's an asshole.
I've had
Dick.
many days where it's hard to keep going because you lose so much XP from that shit.
He was just at 20%, and he just sits there with fucking spam his little chaos magic, and just one shots you because it's artillery. I was so upset. Let's move on. Let's not talk about Path of Exile, Dan.
That took a quick turn.
I'm so
Let's
pissed.
talk about it. Let's never discuss it again.
It's still fresh. It's still fresh.
I can sense your wounds.
Yeah, still pretty tilted. Yeah. What else? What's been good? It's only been 3 days, 72 hours or so.
Yeah, I haven't really done much.
Yeah.
Just playing that, and that's it. Really, I haven't really done much else.
Yeah.
It's been a couple days.
Anyone have a really good meal between the time you left here and the time we've met here? Everyone's just eating shit.
Really?
All I've had is chips
much.
that you guys didn't eat today. Like literally, I've just eaten bags of chips today that you guys didn't eat while you were here.
Oh, Aaron's treats were really good.
Oh yeah, I had someone's box. Someone didn't take the box. Maybe that was for me. I ate the Rice Krispies treats. They were pretty good.
Mhm.
Pretty into those.
I like the mint chocolate chip cookies.
Those things
those are-
kind of overpowered all the other treats for me. Was that the same for you guys? Where like everything tasted a little minty?
Yeah.
Definitely strong flavors. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They were
Yeah.
bad.
I found them in my carry-on bag in a little plastic baggie, and I forgot that they were in there, so I put stuff on top of them. So they were kind of like
Everything was just
a chunk,
mashed
a
together.
chunk
Have
of
them all at
goodies.
once.
So I ate them all at once.
Did you eat it on the plane or while you were back at your house alone?
No, I ate them in the dark on my bed,
Oh, okay, good. I started to say.
like I eat every meal.
Were there tears?
Yeah.
Always, Dad. You know this. We've talked about the tear towel.
The tear
The
towel.
cookies are really good. They were just a little salty and damp.
Yeah. The peanut butter
Oh,
made
boy.
they stuck together in my mouth. It was all over the bed. And
Those-
I may have eaten them off of my sheets.
Great. It's good.
Delicious.
Well, we should probably wait till Max gets back. We don't have a recap, by the way.
That's true.
We didn't make one.
A long ass recap.
It would have been a long
Yeah,
ass
long
recap.
recap.
Yeah. We're only
It's true.
limited to 2 minutes on those. But I will say
cannot
this.
wait to see this dragon fight. I have been so excited.
I will say this. If you didn't watch any of the 8 hours on Saturday, stop watching. Go catch up on YouTube. The VODs are already available.
We'll do it.
This is kind of the conclusion to what happened on Saturday. So as soon as we change to this other screen, the spoilers will be out there. You can't
Everybody
unspoil
go-
yourself.
Open a new tab. Go to YouTube. Open up the Mortal Kombat music. Get it ready to go. And then when JP switches over to the map, just press play on the Mortal Kombat YouTube video, and then you can have in your ears what I have in my mind for this
Exactly.
next scene.
It has begun.
Where the fuck did Max go? Is he like hooking up his drum
He's
set
gone.
or some shit? He's just putting farts on it already?
You just hear in the background.
Well, no, it wouldn't. It would be fart noises. That's the only way he's gonna play it. He better set up his electronic drum kit with fart noises. Be disappointing if he didn't.
I like how invested in this fart noise drum kit you are.
I mean, it would be
good.
hilarious if he played it. If he played it,
Everyone loves a good fart joke.
they're pretty good.
That's true.
They're pretty good.
They're
Hold on. I
they're
got one
making
for you.
speaking of Mortal Kombat, they're making oh good.
Max,
Thanks, Zeke.
stop hooking up. Watch that's making Zeke
Fucking
laugh.
giggles over here. Are you all right?
Zeke's just
All right,
laughing.
buddy.
He's just gone.
I forgot that one. I forgot how long that one was.
I
It's
thought
just
Max was
way
gassy.
too long.
Oh man.
Oh my god! I thought it was a short one, but I forgot I recorded like a really like. like a really long one for no reason.
The hell did I come back to?
Man.
Okay.
Oh god.
We were pretending that's what you were doing while you were gone. You were putting forth on your drums.
Taylor Swift's new single.
I was
Oh, boy.
I'm sure most people were like, all right, he's dragging the files. I actually thought of Max like farting on his drums, expecting that's how you get the farts into the actual electronic drum kit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like a Zoolander.
Yeah,
that's,
don't do that.
That's where my mind went.
We're
And
trying to figure out
honestly-
what you were doing because you were gone a while, and then JP said that you were hooking up your drum kit, and then we were laughing about a drum kit that makes fart noises. And
No, I
that's
went to
what
go
you
put
missed.
away
Welcome
the-
back, Max.
I went to go put away the milk, and then Malcolm needed water, so I gave him some water.
Why not give him some milk? Why are you keeping the milk from the dog?
It's my milk, JP.
Okay.
You'll never get
All
any.
right. Okay.
God, I hope not.
Yeah.
So, should we dragon fight? Should we do this thing?
Cue the music.
Sure.
So, when we begin today's episode, we don't fade right back in on this mysterious temple in the jungle and the two dragons and stuff, right? That's where we ended. We fade in on what appears to be a piece of fabric, right? A piece of like linen maybe, and it's you can see light coming from behind it. There's light shining behind it. And then something moves behind this curtain, and we see a blocky shadow in the shape of a kind of ziggurat, a step pyramid, get pulled up from behind it. So now there's a shadow of this pyramid, and then we see on strings from either side of the screen, we see black, again, like shadow puppets. One of a long, sinuous dragon being pulled by a handful of people, and the other a stocky, kind of fiery-looking dragon. And they both come from either side of the sheet and begin to climb up the sides of the hill. And we can hear a voice basically telling a story. So we can hear this old woman's voice say, "And that's when the great fire dragon Bahath met in combat with the shadowy spirit from beyond, all within the mind of Ramos Krill, who they say conjured the temple from some long forgotten memory." And then the dragons start to climb up the tower, and we can hear someone in the background playing drums, making this kind of sound. And there is the sort of nervous kind of whispering of the crowd, which we can't see. But it sounds like a group of children has gathered to listen to this story and see the shadow puppets. And so as these puppets kind of climb up towards the top of the tower, we crossfade from that scene into the real. So we see rubble strewn around. We see this mount as if it was pulled up from below, and on it, the crumbling ancient tower. On either side, we see the shadow dragon, and we see Bahath, and the two of them begin to move towards each other to do battle over who will control Unnamed's body brought back from the void. So what I need to do is, first of all, give you control over your dragon self here, Zeke. So let me do that. And then we got to talk about how this is going to work mechanically.
I've been trying for 60, 70, whatever, goddamn 80 goddamn episodes to get this done. Finally, I get
Okay.
to be a dragon.
There you go.
So
Everyone
you
gets one.
should find in your journal a new entry called Unnamed, Shadow Dragon. I've got
Yes.
Bahath. Now I'm gonna need Ramos to roll initiative on this as well. So let me, Dan, let me just bring Ramos's token over here, and I'll put you in the bottom corner, just so you have something to click on. So you're in the bottom right corner over here.
Ah,
There's Ramos. There's Ramos. So go ahead and let's have you. Let me make sure it's clear. Let's have you roll your initiative, and we will see how this battle with Bahath goes.
Okay. Here. Okay.
So for
There's initiative. I see it.
monster, yeah, for monsters, it's up at the top. Yeah. Okay, and then. Okay. All right. So here's what's going to happen. So each turn on an initiative order of 20, the battlefield will shift, right? It shifts randomly. Now, we saw the three different battlefields. There's the Field of Shadow, there's the Temple, and there's the Field of Flame. And each time on 20, the battlefield will shift. Each battlefield has its own special rules. So in this battlefield, in the Temple, this is Harmony. There is dim light, but not sunlight. And dealing damage of any kind during this phase, while you're on this map, dealing damage of any kind deals the same amount of damage to you. So while this map is up, any damage dealt is also damage received, right? The battlefield will also look like that. That is the Field of Flame.
It's so Christmassy.
So
That looks less. Wow, all the vegetation.
yeah, so on the Field of Flame, all light is considered sunlight. And at the beginning of 20 on the initiative, everyone makes a Constitution save or take fire damage. So there's, gouts of flame spitting up. You can't really land anywhere. You can fly around, but you want to stay off the ground. There's lava and what have you. So this is the fire field, and then the Field of Shadow. This squiggly mess. The Field of Shadow, all light is considered dim light. So you'll have some abilities, 10 Pillars of Dragon, that affect you only on this battlefield. And vice versa. You are penalized when you're on the fire field. This stuff mostly rotates around like damage types and what have you. So let me roll randomly to see where the battle begins. Now, Ramos, on your turn, if you want to, now because this is taking place inside of you, and you can try to shift the battlefield, you can make a charisma check to alter the battlefield on your turn and choose what form it takes. So the initiative order is going to matter, right? Like the fact that it goes battlefield, Bahath, Ramos, unnamed, in that order will matter because you'll want to change the battlefield to be most beneficial, either for the attack or the defense. And you can do that on 13 on your turn, Ramos. Okay. So I'm going to roll. I'm going to roll a d6. 1 to 2 is Shadow. 3 to 4 is Harmony. And 5 and 6 is Fire. Okay. All right. So the battle begins on the Harmony field. So let me move that up there. Okay. All right. So during this phase, no special effects. Light is bright, but not sunlight. And while in this phase, dealing damage of any kind deals it back to you. So Bahath is going to take his.
You said this is dim light?
No,
this is just regular light. There's 3. There's bright, normal, and dim. So on this field, neither your benefit nor your penalty are affecting you.
So not sunlight then.
Not sunlight. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So on Bahath's turn, he is going to climb up the side of this thing. He's got 40 feet of move. So he's going to climb up to the top. So we see him, fire and lava dripping off him. We see him climb up, spread his wings, and roar out loud at the top of his lungs. And you are within 120 feet. So he is going to he basically gets one shot at this. If it fails, He's going to use Frightful Presence. Can you make a Wisdom saving throw?
Yeah, I have the same thing. Now, as far as that goes, like, just so I know when it's on my turn, is that just once per battle?
So the thing is, you can use it, but if someone makes the save, then it can't affect them again.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. So for you can use Frightful Presence, then make your attacks.
If they fail to save, I can keep it going.
Yeah, as long as you can use them every turn, but
they
get a saving throw. As soon as they make a successful saving throw, it's gone. So yeah.
DC 18 Wisdom saving throw. Okay. There we go. Yep. Saving throw. Wisdom plus 6.
Your DCs might be different from Bahath's.
Oh, yeah, sure. But it is a Wisdom saving throw. Yeah.
It is a Wisdom save. Yeah.
Okay. 13.
Okay. All right. So you feel the bellowing roar of Bahath tremble through you, turning your heart to ice. So you are frightened until you can make that save. And what that means, the frightened condition means you can't move any closer to Bahath, and you have a disadvantage on your attack rolls. and ability checks as long as you can see him until you recover. Okay, and then so he's moved. He's used that action. He could normally bite or claw, but you're too far away. So that is that.
Okay.
Ramos, what would you like to do? Now,
All right.
Ramos, I think the thing is for you, you're seeing and like feeling both the real world and this kind of omnipresent view of this battlefield because it's taking place in the psychic spaces of your mind. So you're able to bend and shape the battlefield. What would you like to do?
To do that, is it a charisma check or a charisma saving throw?
It's a charisma check.
I will try to warp the battlefield then.
Okay. All right. So a 13 is not enough to do it. So I think there are ripples, right? You still feel them. 10 pillars, or I guess unnamed, and Bahath both notice there is a presence outside that ripples through the battlefield, but doesn't alter it. And unnamed, I think you're just kind of like coming to, right? Like you've been unconscious a while. You don't have there's no like, oh my God, I'm a dragon. Like it's just, immediately what's going on. You know what's at stake. That is communicated to you at a soul level. And you feel Ramos's presence. You can feel Ramos trying to like bend the battlefield. Despite your fear of this terrible fire dragon, you can feel him here like supporting you through this fight, or trying to.
Gotcha.
So on your turn, you can go. The only thing you can't do is move towards this dragon friend. So you can move laterally or straight up, whatever, but you can't move towards them. And then at the end of your turn, you'll get another saving throw against the spell.
And there's no like shadows or dim light or anything like that.
I mean, there's some like shadow over here on the bottom edge of the
right,
cliff, but that's not
closer,
like
yeah. Okay. Now, second thing.
Yeah.
Can I do to him what he did to me?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was like
because you don't have to move. You don't have to move any closer.
Right back.
Yeah, you just like roar back at him, and totally.
Okay. So I will do that. There it is.
Okay.
120 feet. 18 wisdom saving throw.
All right. I got a 13. Hey! All right. So you've both proven like, I'm really scary too. Okay. Now at the end of your turn, do you want to try to recover from the fear? So it's clear you're both terrifying. We can all agree you're real scary.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll let me see. Let me see the. Hold on. Oops. There we go. I just want to see the battlefield proper to see if and where I could go.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do want to. Let's see. I'm 70 feet, so I got to stay 70 feet away from the guy there.
Yeah, you can move. You can move
so
laterally.
We'll move there. Move to.
You should be able to just.
And I can fly, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can fly up to 80 feet. So I'll fly over to this area that's 70 feet away from our boy here. Bloop.
Okay.
I hope that's good.
That sounds good.
I'll go back one more.
Land
just
over
to be
there.
safe.
Okay.
There we go. Okay. So I'll go there and then I'll make my saving throw.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Wisdom, come on.
Yeah, now remember you have legendary resistance, so you can, if you want to just like you can roll. If you fail, you can just be like, I'm gonna use my one, use my three. You have 3 of them. Right?
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I could have used that the first time. I didn't even think about that.
Yes. Yeah. So could he, but
right.
More fun if you just scare the shit out of each other.
Well,
okay. And then do you want to use your legendary?
I'm going to use one of them. Yep.
Okay.
Try it again.
All
Let's go. Come on.
All right.
There we go.
You don't even have to re-roll. You just automatically succeed.
Oh, it can go. You just choose to succeed instead. I didn't read that. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Well, I mean, the roll doesn't matter. Okay. So the battlefield then shifts. And it becomes
That's the power of evolution, Adam.
That's true.
Field. What do we say? 1 to 2 was fire. 3 to 4 was middle. 5, 6. So it shifts to shadow. So that's good for you. So let me do that. So the battlefield shifts. Let me just shove it down. There you go. Okay.
Oh.
So yeah, now
shit.
we see the it just crosses over, right? And we see row 1 to 2 is shadow. Okay, sorry, I did one more time than I needed.
It's all
Okay,
echoey too. It's like just like really reverb.
there we go. Okay, so instead of we see the sort of everything crossfades, and instead of the field of jungle and the tower or the temple sticking up, instead there's these rocky sort of like bursting magma bubbles. It actually kind of reminds you of the I mean, you weren't there, but visually it's kind of like the forge. So it shifts to the fire field, and and now Bahath has to take his turn. So let's see here. Bahath, how far away is he? I think you're too far for him to. Yeah, can't nail you with the breath weapon. So I think all he can kind of do is circle and like try to make that save. So he's flying too, and I think he flies up this way. And then at the end of his turn, we'll make that save. He's still frightened of you, so let's make a wisdom save. DC 18.
Yep.
Okay, and he shakes off the fear as well. So now both of you are immune to frightful presence.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So Ramos, it is your turn.
Okay, I will do nothing again.
Nope. Still like focusing, trying to like get a hang of it. And actually, Ramos, can you? Now you know what? I don't think you need to roll. So this to you, this reminds you of the what's his name? Utrix's realm, right? Like Utrix's whole thing was turning chaos into like what he wanted, right? Conjured this island. He conjured all of these things like on his own with his mind. And you can't help but wonder, like, maybe this is a taste of that power. Maybe this is what that feels like. Cool. So unnamed, it is your turn. You are currently under bright light. And
Okay.
you can go.
Oh, I am under bright light.
Now you are, yes, on this battlefield. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Quick question. As far as because I know I can do claw bite, but as far as like breath weapon,
Yes.
and that's it. If I try to use
you
the
can
breath
do
weapon?
either frightful presence, bite, claw, or you can do your breath weapon if it's recharged. And if you do your breath weapon, you got to pick one of two. You have two different breath weapons.
Right. But I can't do like a breath weapon and then like a claw or bite.
No.
Okay, cool. Then I am going to fly on over. Let's see. To right about there. How about? Right about here. Bloop. That should be about right. I think. Yeah, right there. And we're gonna blast him with paralyzing breath.
Okay.
Let's see. There we go. DC 20 con save or be paralyzed for 1 minute.
Okay. Well, up to 1 minute, they get to make saves.
I know.
It always sounds so cool. And then, all right. So,
wait a minute. Hold on. Real quick.
Okay.
1 second. Well, that's the thing. I'm wondering if, I already did it, but like, since he probably has the same like legendary resistance, probably just like said, nah.
Right. So that's the thing is we're playing chicken with this.
Yep,
stuff,
I'm gonna wear him down.
It's like you've got 3 and I've got 3. So
yep.
All right.
I'm gonna wear him down. Here comes that paralyzing breath.
DC 20. Okay, I make the save. What does Unnamed's Draconic Shadow Dragon Soul's paralyzing breath look like?
The paralyzing breath actually looks like she's just like choking up shadows, and they're like leaking on the ground, and they like zoom out across the ground, and they fly tendrils up and grab.
Yeah, and try to grab you.
The dragon.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, kind of like a cat vomiting. Just like.
Yeah. And so it wraps around Bahath, and then he snarls, like snaps these things, And so let's see. So the battlefield before it changes. So in fire mode, it's going to deals damage.
So hold on, I moved like, I think I moved like.
Oh, if you want to move again, you can.
60. So I'll just take like a little step back, just so I'm immediately out of range of the breath weapon, just in case.
Okay. All right. So the field itself is going to deal fire damage. So make a Constitution save.
Okay.
Okay. So you're gonna take now. Okay. Do you want to? You fail the save. Do you want to use one of your things? Or you just want to take the damage?
You know what? Before I know what it is, I'll take the damage and see how.
Take damage. Okay.
If it's bad, I won't take it next time.
Okay. So you take 21 fire damage.
Okay.
Not the worst.
No, it's not the worst.
It could be worse.
See, now you know that's how much damage it deals.
Wait till it heals itself whenever it stands in lava, though.
Yeah, that's a fun trick.
No, this guy does not heal. He is immune to fire though. So okay, so now let me roll again. All right, battlefield stays where it is. Okay, so Bahath is going to fly towards you. I mean, you're pretty much within fire breath range as it is, right? 5 feet. Okay, so Bahath moves a little closer. Actually, you know what? Bahath's tough. Bahath's just gonna fly right at you. So spreads his wings, the wings snap down, propelling him towards you. And as he does, he breathes a gout of fire right at you and like follows up with it. He wants to basically land on you while breathing fire, big claws out. And so he comes flying in, blasts you with the fire.
Don't blame him.
So make a dexterity saving throw. You try to wheel out of the way. Fire blasts in at you.
Wait for the dice cam too.
What's that? Oh, the way for the dice cam, yeah. 14.
Okay, all right. So you're gonna take full damage. Unless you wanna change the save. Do you want to use one of your legendary resistance? You got 2 left.
Now I know this is gonna hurt. I know what damage I can do. So yeah. we'll take one guaranteed save because it's got to recharge anyway, and there's no guarantee it will. But you know what I mean. So yeah, I'll take the save. I got 1 left, 1 legendary resistance left.
All right. So you take half damage from this attack. Is that your?
Yep.
So you make the save. Okay, half damage. Whoop. So you take 36. 36 fire damage. Yep. So this fire just like burns all over you as Bahath lands, claws out, and his tail and his back claws are coming up. So he's gonna try to grab you by the shoulders and start raking you with his claws because you both have legendary actions you can take in between. And now that you're in kind of melee range, you can start doing that. But that's his turn. So his fire breath is used. He's gonna have to roll to regenerate it, and that is his turn. So Ramos, you want to try to shift the battlefield to shadow?
Yes, I'm gonna try. And fail.
Oof. So outside, Maharib and Berg are watching Ramos just like sweating, gripping 10 pillars gripping Unname's hand, and just like you can see kind of occasional flickers of fire in his eyes as he's trying to help. Now, at the end of Ramos's turn, if you want to use a legendary action, same with the at the end of any given turn. So, do you want to use one of your legendary actions, Unnamed?
I'm trying to like. Oh fuck! Now I can't even see it.
What's up?
I was trying to change my There we go.
Yeah.
I was trying to change my hit points, but it wasn't working for whatever reason.
Oh,
there it now.
Okay.
Now it works. Okay. I don't know what I was doing wrong, but anyways, okay, I got it now. Anyway, so legendary action at the end of anybody's turn. I can do the tail attack, detect, or wing attack. So can take 3 legendary actions, choose from the options below. Only one can be used at a time. Only at the end of another creature's turn. Okay. Yeah, let me do a tail attack then.
Okay. I'm gonna do one too.
Wait a minute. Wait. If it says wing attack costs 2 actions,
Yeah, it just means you can do it, but then you only have one left. So you can't do wing attack twice.
Oh, so I can do like wing attack and tail attack as legendary actions.
Yeah, but not all at once. So like at the end of Ramos's turn, you can wing attack, then you have one left, and then at the end of like the battlefield's turn or Bahath's turn, you could do tail attack, and they regenerate on your own, and it's the end of another creature's turn. Yeah,
perfect.
So not your
Let
own.
me do the wing attack first then, because that has a chance to knock someone prone. To knock this.
Okay, yeah, and I think I'm gonna Bahath is gonna tail attack you, so the two of you are like smashing each other, whipping and flapping, and all that shit. So
you bet.
Okay, all right. So he takes a swing at you. What's your armor class? Not 14. Good work, Bahath. Loser.
AC 19.
Okay. Yeah, so he's gonna make a DC 21 dex save. Sorry, let me roll that. There we go. So fails the save, so takes 2d6 plus 8 damage, and then you can move half your speed before your turn starts.
All right, I'll just 2d 6 8. There we go. All right, 14.
Okay, all right. And then
he's knocked prone, right?
Yeah. Which in this case, since there's no like ground, I mean the ground is so far below, it doesn't really matter. I imagine the two of you are just fighting in the sky. So you knock him away, and you can move now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can move.
It's just a lot easier than.
Action?
It's a lot easier. Yeah, part of the legendary action you can move. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll still count like prone for the purpose of advantage, but there's no point in trying to track where the ground is and doing like 3D.
Okay.
Because it's not gonna help.
I don't think I'm gonna move because I want to do a tail attack next time.
Okay. All right. So he's struggling, and you. That was
by the way, for anyone who's wondering, I just got these like at the beginning of this fight, like these abilities and stuff. So I'm reading as I go.
Yeah, and you're doing fine.
I know. I'm just letting everybody know in case.
Yeah, 2d6 plus 8 bludgeoning damage. You rolled 2d6. Dead at 8. It's fine. Okay, so it's your turn.
Okay.
So you can.
Can you?
Yeah,
do you have to be far away to breath weapon, or can you breath weapon in melee?
Roll a d6 because you got to see if you can charge your breath weapon. You need a 5 or a 6.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so I need a 5 or a 6.
Yeah. So do that first. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, charged it back up.
So you do have your breath weapon again.
Fuck yeah. I am going to I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna do paralyzing breath again.
Okay.
And see if I can just
what's
paralyze
the saving throw?
DC 20 con.
I got 26.
Jesus Christ.
So you blast him with he's turned over. The two of you are kind of like falling. You're blasting him with shadow. And then anything else for this turn?
No, I can't do anything else after a breath weapon.
Yeah,
like,
no other.
My legendary action has to happen after somebody else's turn.
Yeah, so you can do it at the end of the battlefield's turn.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right. So he's prone. He did one tail attack. He'll make a tail attack at the end of your turn.
Oh, he was. Oh my god, he was prone. I mean, why didn't I just fucking attack? That was just ridiculously stupid. That was the whole setup.
So he'll do. He'll do a. Actually, you know what he's gonna do? He'll do a wing attack because he's got 2 left. So let's wing attack at the end of your turn. Can you make a dex save?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. All right. So you take half damage and you're not prone. So you're going to take 12. So 6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
All right. So on the battlefield shifting, we get a 3. So it shifts to harmony, which is bad for the dragon. It's his turn. But let's see what happens. Okay. So there we go. All right. So now you're fighting over the tower again, and you know the battlefield reappears. Any damage dealt now gets dealt to the person dealing it as well. Bahath doesn't care. Bahath rolls over and throws himself at you. Let's see.
So at the end of the battlefield turn, I can tail attack?
Oh, yes. Yeah, if you want to, before Bahath takes his turn. You do, and you have advantage, but you miss.
Oh, wait.
So
Oh
the
yeah,
beginning of his
that's right.
turn.
I was like,
beginning
I
of his
haven't
turn.
Oh, I rolled a 1 and a 2. Oh, good.
Yeah, beginning of the turn, no longer prone. He turns over and lunges towards you. Let's see if his breath weapon recovers. It does, and he uses it. You're both going to take some damage. So roll a dexterity saving throw, please.
22.
22. Okay, all right. So half damage. 6. Okay, here you go. So you take 20.
Wow, that's
6?
a bad roll.
27
Yeah,
damage.
terrible breath.
So many
27, right?
ones.
So
Holy
you
shit.
both take 27.
Okay.
And Ramos, it's your turn.
Okay. 12. Nothing.
Okay. Okay. End of Ramos's turn. Do you want to use an action? Bahoth is going to.
When do they refresh on my turn?
Yes. Yeah. So you might
Okay.
have like a tail attack
Like
left.
I used the tail attack, so I have 2 attacks left. So I can do the wing attack again.
You and Bahoth can both do wing attacks. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. That's definitely what I'm going to do.
I love it. So so Bahoth like blows fire all over you, crashes into you, and then the both of you are just flailing at each other with your huge wings, kicking up clouds of fire and dust. And it's bad for both of you. So you both have to make dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
I got an 18. I don't know what your DC is.
I got a 16.
You got a 16. Okay, so you failed
my
by 1
DC
unless you want to use your.
Yeah, my DC is 21.
Okay, so you both failed. So
Okay.
you're gonna take 2d6 plus 4. Okay, so you take 12. You roll your damage, and then you both take the same amount of damage on both. So, okay. So first, you both take 6. You both take 6. Then you both take another. Or no, you failed. So you both take 12, and then you take 14.
Yeah, we both failed. So we both are taking 26 damage.
Yeah, you both take 26 damage, just flailing away at each other. And then you both can choose to move up to half your flying speed. Oh, no, wait, you're both prone, so neither of you can do that. So you're both just knocked down.
Yep. We're both just like,
Okay.
fell to the ground.
Smash
Boom.
into each other, tear apart, crash into the wall, brick and rock falling all over the place. Okay,
Now,
all right.
if I
now it's
used
Ramos's
it-
turn. And
if
then
I
Ramos
used
tries
it-
the change.
My last free save or whatever.
Yeah.
You could like reactively use yours and save, and neither of us would be prone, so I wouldn't have an advantage.
Right, exactly. Because I still
Okay,
have
so-
all 3, and you have.
All right. So if you
left
use
one
yours,
left?
I'll use mine, and vice versa. I mean, how childish can you get?
Okay. All right. End of Ramos's turn. That was the 2 of you smashing into each other. Unnamed, it is your turn. Roll for your
All
breath
right.
weapon.
Dude, I will roll for my breath weapon.
Okay.
I don't get it back.
Okay, your breath
I
weapon.
don't
Your breath
much
weapon does
care.
not. Yeah, it doesn't recharge. You can unprone and throw yourself on top of the fire dragon and start ripping them apart.
Now, quick question. I have a lot of like stealthy, shadowy stuff.
Yep.
Is there like an advantage to being hidden, like a sneak attack or something?
Yeah, I mean, if you hide and then attack, you get advantage on the attack roll. You don't have like.
You get
sneak
advantage
attack
on the
or
attack
anything,
roll.
but-
Okay.
Yeah, if you're hidden, if your opponent can't see you, you'd have advantage. Yeah, but you have advantage right now because he's prone. So if you just get up,
because I got up first.
yeah, it's your turn. So if you just
Okay.
unprone, you can go to town on this nerd. But
Perfect,
remember,
that's
you
what I'm
take the
gonna
same
do.
amount of damage. Yeah. Okay, so you roll on top of him, right?
Fuck.
He smashes into the stairs, sending stone flying. You roll on top of him with your claws and start like raking him with your claws. But yeah,
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got to get his health down, and mine's gonna go too.
Mhm.
So like, fucking, whatever. All right,
okay.
let's bite.
All right. So claw bite, and you have advantage.
24.
That's a crit. It's a crit,
that's a
dude.
crit?
You have advantage.
Oh, no.
So you just sink your enormous jaws right into his neck, and like blood and fire spray out all over your face, and like he roars in pain. And you both take however much damage you're about to roll.
All right. Let's see. It is. So it's 2d10.
Just click bite.
Oh,
like in the chat. Same as you
there
would.
we go.
There you go.
Okay. So there we go. 27 damage.
All right. So you both take 27 damage.
Okay.
You have 2 more attacks with advantage.
Well, good. Let's keep going. If I die, if we both die, that's fine. Whatever. I don't care. All right. So
the body on the table just deflates. Okay. So you hit with both of those, just rending into him, shrieking, wings flapping, blood everywhere.
17, 15, 32 damage.
Yourself.
All right. So you both take 32 damage.
Yep.
Just roaring around and like getting shredded on. Yeah. All right.
All right. And then so he has to use half of his movement to get up, right?
To get up.
I had to use half of mine. So I have 40 of flying to move that I can move.
Now, remember, if you move, he can take a swipe at you, but
sure.
Prone,
Attack
I
opportunity,
think he has disadvantage, but
okay. Yeah. All right. That's it. I did my claw bite and I'm good.
Okay, and so you're just like staying like on top of him, attacking. All right, cool.
We're gonna rip his goddamn guts out.
At the end of your turn, he's gonna rip your guts out too. So he swings his tail at you. He's got one more attack. So
yep.
Yeah, it's a 21.
Okay.
So you both take 18 more damage.
Jesus fucking Christ.
His tail comes up like a mace and just like smash. Oh, but he's prone, so you actually don't get hit by this. Neither of you do.
Oh, is it
disadvantage? He's still prone. Yeah, because I forgot he hasn't gotten up yet. So
I wasn't sure if that
on
counted for tail attack or anything.
Yeah, so it does. Okay. So he swings out at you. You block it with one claw, grab his tail, and knock it aside, and you're still shredding on him. The battlefield is going to shift to fire.
Yeah.
All right.
Man, where's the Shadow Realm, dude?
Okay, so everything bursts into flame, brilliant light, and now Bahath has to roll for the breath weapon. It does not recharge.
Battlefield's turn. Let's see.
Oh yeah,
I did the wing attack, so I can do a tail right now.
Yes, yeah. Go ahead and do your tail attack before Bahath finishes.
Okay. 22.
You hit. Yep. Now this time, if you deal damage, it's only to him because. Oh, but hold on. Are you at disadvantage?
Why would I be?
Because it's bright. It's bright light.
It says sunlight.
This is this is sunlight. This counts. That's intentionally what it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have disadvantage, but he was prone when you made this attack because he hasn't gone yet. So it's even. So it's 22. You still deal the damage. Yep. Go ahead and roll it.
Perfect. Okay. 14.
Okay. There we go. All right. So yeah, he whips his tail up at you. You knock it aside. You whip him in the head with your tail. He roars. The battlefield shifts. The two of you start falling. Brilliant light emerges from the earth. It's like the surface of the sun, like big arcs of plasma, and so you're tumbling towards that. He flaps his wings, kind of like pulls back away from the free fall. His breath weapon doesn't recharge, so he's just gonna go in on you with his regular claw bite. So here we go. So
he's gonna miss.
Attack first.
It's gonna be terrible.
It's a 23.
It's a hit.
That's good. Yep.
For 21 damage, 14 piercing, 7 fire, and then 2 claws. First claw attack is a miss.
Yeah,
16,
nice.
And second claw attack is a miss with a 16. So the bite gets you right. His big, heavy jaws clamp onto your shoulder, and he rakes both hands right down the front of you. But your armor scrapes and scratches. There's sparks flying off of you, and he's just like snarling and trying to get at the soft parts underneath, but he can't. Ramos, you want to try to make that charisma roll?
Yes.
Little help, bud. Little help, bud.
I would like to use one of my luckies to do it again.
Okay. All right.
Dude, what is happening to your roll?
I can't. So bad.
Charisma's my bad. It's my worst stat. I know.
He's rolling 50. He rolled a 15. That's not terrible.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
What's your DC? What do you got to hit?
I don't know yet. We
haven't
hit
said.
Yet.
Oh, okay.
I haven't said.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So end of Ramos's turn. Do you have any more legendary actions? Bahath is going to use wing attack.
Let's see. Battlefield after it. Nope, I don't.
Okay. All right. So he
'Cause I
Bahath
used
will
I used the
use
wings
his
and then the tail, and now it's back. I gotta wait for my turn again.
to make a deck save.
Okay.
Okay.
23.
All right. So you make the save. So you take half damage, and you're not knocked prone. So you take 5 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Okay. So beginning of your turn, roll for your breath weapon. Your legendary
Gotcha.
actions recharge.
God damn it. Okay.
Okay. So no breath weapon this turn.
All right.
All right. What are you gonna do?
Hadn't hit yet anyway.
He's right there, right? The two you're chomping away at each other. And this is
Oh, yeah,
a
dude.
turn where you get to just deal damage. You won't take it in return. So if you want to put the damage in, do it.
That's what I'm doing. I'm throwing the bite on him first. Ah!
Oh, the
Oh,
bite
wait, he's not prone
misses.
anymore, right? Yeah. Okay.
No, he's not prone. So you miss with the bite.
Okay.
So you try to slam your jaws on him. He like jams a claw in your mouth, holds your head back. Then you get your claws up and try to rake him with those.
28.
There you go.
There you go.
That's a
All
hit.
right. Let's give him some damage. Let's give him
15.
15.
Okay.
And then
You
one
got
more
another-
claw coming at him. 24.
Yep, that's a hit too.
Give him 19.
Hey,
That's a
oof.
beauty.
19. Nice. All right. So yeah, you're like shredding his chest armor. You dig your claws into his leg and blood sprays out of it. Okay, and that's your turn, yeah? All right. So
Yep,
Bahath
yep.
is gonna use his last action and try to tail attack you. He gets a 16, which I believe is a miss.
Yep.
And then the battlefield. All right, come on. You want a one or a 2?
Harmony.
Okay. All right. So back to Harmony. So any damage dealt is dealt to both of you. Let me move this back. There we go. Okay.
All right.
All right.
I'm going to give him the wings.
So. Okay. Yes, and then it's at the end of the battlefield's turn. You can make your wing attack if you want. Okay. So make that deck save. See how Bahath does. Get 20, so half damage. Go ahead and roll it.
Oh, that's a fail.
Oh, that's right. It's 21. Okay, yeah. So full damage, knocked prone. Not that the prone part. Not that you can take advantage of it yet, because it's the beginning of his turn.
Right, but if the prone part, that means if I go far enough away, he can't. Oh, I can only move half my speed?
Yeah, you move half your speed away.
Okay, so he could use half and get half back up. Okay.
He can still get within range.
Okay,
Of you.
I'll just stay here then. I don't want the attack of
Okay.
opportunity.
Can you roll?
I mean,
roll the damage?
since we both take it, you know.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna take it from this too. So
Okay.
roll that damage, and then you'll both take this
There we
and
go.
bludgeoning. Oof.
Ew.
So you both take 17 bludgeoning damage.
It's getting rough out here. It's getting real rough.
Okay. So Bahath will spend half his movement. He'll get up. Let's see if his thing recharges. Nope, no breath weapon recharge. So it's just gonna be melee attacks from Bahath. Here we go.
uh-oh.
Bite.
Uh-oh.
No advantage or disadvantage. You got a 22.
Okay, that's it. Yep, that's it.
You both take 18 plus 6 damage. So that's
24?
24.
Oh, I'm
How
at
many points
one.
you got left?
One lucky
my
HP. Yeah,
Awesome.
It's
okay,
not-
all right.
it's
So
not gonna be great.
bite. Here comes the claw.
Now he takes it too. God damn it!
He did take it too. Yep.
All right. That's
So
enough.
he deals,
Whatever you roll doesn't matter.
Yeah, he deals you 11. He takes 11.
Yep.
So here's what happens. So Bahath grabs you and hurls you to the ground. Right. So you slam into the ground. You roll into that shadow there next to the trees. He flies down on top of you and grabs you by the neck with the claw and starts to squeeze. And as he is attempting to murder you, he you can see him like snarling and it's like spittles dripping into your face. And he's just like trying to crush you. But if you have anything that you want to say, if you'd like to beg for your pitiful life, Bahath might listen.
It sometimes helps. Fuck, man. I'm I just hate myself for that huge blunder that I had. By not attacking when he was prone. I probably could have won the fight. I think so what exactly do I know is happening right now?
You know that you and this thing are fighting over possession of and the right to exist in your body. That is what's at stake. You know that Ramos is present, and I think Ramos, if you want to, you can like telepathically communicate to the two of them. Like you can talk to the participants in this battle. So you know that's what's at stake. You know that Ramos is watching. You know that Ramos is in some way or another responsible for this. So what do you want to say, or what do you want to do? Also, Ramos, if there's anything you want to do, like divine intervention or anything that, you have that option as well.
I pray to the tower that I need her to live for your plan to succeed. Heaven can't fall without her. I will sacrifice my love for her to you if you let her live. I will never try to pursue my love for her if you let her live so that she may complete your plan. I cast divine intervention.
Okay, let's see if the gods are listening. You got what, a 15% chance, I think, on you roll a D100?
No.
Oof. All right, your prayers go unanswered by
quick question,
by the
Adam.
Arcana. Yeah.
I mean this is a shitty moment for me, but I don't want to retcon anything. But the reason why I moved to that place where I moved to was to be in the shadow of that big mountain thing or whatever. And since we're all being knocked prone, meaning on our asses and on the ground and stuff like that. So I do have resistance to damage that isn't force, psychic, or radiant.
Don't take the map like as literally. The conditions of lighting are the same in each of the three, specifically built around that ability. So in the shadow realm, you take half damage from everything. In this realm, there's no dim light or bright or sunlight. In the other realm, it's sunlight, but not. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's fine. It's good to point that stuff out to just be sure. But yeah, so Bahath is like getting his big dragon claws around your neck, and you can see you can feel the seething like anger at being cramped up in a sword for however long he was. You feel like this is all I have to do is snuff you out and I will finally be free. And he's like crushing you. Now you can.
Yeah, and I just look at Bahath. I just look at Bahath. And does this feel like my world that we're fighting in, or does it feel like something completely different to me?
I don't know. You're not sure. It feels like somewhere other. Like it's an illusion that looks like a world, but not a world you've ever seen or heard of. And yeah, it feels like something else.
I look at Bahath and I say, if this is what it is to live, with a soul, it was worth the journey.
Yeah, and then you give up. Yeah. All right, so yeah, Bahath.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't give up. I have no choice.
I mean, like you're at his mercy. So yeah, you have like parting words. And if you're not willing to like ask him for mercy, then he gives you none. And so yeah, Bahath closes his hands around your neck and squeezes, and everything starts to go dark. And Ramos, you feel it, right? You feel 10 pillars, like you're losing. It's like you're trying to hold onto her hand in freezing water, and she like slips away from you. And you feel this kind of like numbness like wash over you. And we see outside Maharib and Berg, you watch Ramos as Ramos like sees this happening inside. Is there any evidence on your face of what's going on, Ramos? Because Berg and Maharib can't and Vani can't tell what's happening.
I think just the stream of tears, just nonstop.
Yeah.
Tears. I'm just trying everything I can think of to save her right now, do anything.
And when you feel her like slip away, and the ritual ends, like obviously Vani Agni can tell, right? She steps back and I think she covers her mouth in shock, and looks at you like shaking her head, like she doesn't know what to say or do. And Ramos, what do you do when the ritual is over? Like you feel like now it's just you're in a room with a body, and
I think I'm just, for once, I just don't know what to do. It's just a feeling of emptiness. There's nothing I can think of to make this hole that just is there now go away. All the pain just starts filling in this big, massive void in my heart now. And I just collapse on the floor. I'm completely and utterly lost at this moment.
Berg and Maharib, is there anything that you do? Vani's in shock, right? She's just like covering her face, and now she's crying too and not saying anything, and she doesn't know what to say. Like she wants to help, but like the ritual failed or something happened.
Yeah, we just see everyone being really sad for some reason, right?
Yeah, you see Vani burst into tears, and like she wants to run over and like apologize to Ramos, but also she feels like Ramos probably will like push her in the lava if she does. Like she doesn't know, and so she's standing there crying into her hands, like sobbing, and Ramos is like draped at the foot of 10 Pillars' body on the little like dais. And the two of you, yeah, Berg, what do you and Ramos, or you and Maharib do?
Berg, do you know what you do? I think I know what Maharib does.
Berg's just staring at Ramos, and he just like quietly like whispers, "Oh." Then he waits a beat to see what Ramos does next.
I reach out
or what Maharib is doing.
I just need your hand, Berg. I reach for you.
Yeah, that's what he just wants to see an indication of if you wanted to be alone or not. So Berg rushes right over to you, kneels down, and takes your hand.
It's all right, Ramos. You know, I'm so
Be
sorry.
here a moment with me, Berg. You're the only constant in my life. I need it right now. Just be with me for a moment.
Yeah. Takes his hand and just tries to comfort him as much as he can.
Maharib, what do you do?
I don't think he has a reason to be there anymore. Like he already felt a little bit awkward being in this room, but now I think he just feels like out of place. So Maharib just gets up and leaves, or turns around and leaves. He wasn't really sitting.
Yeah, I mean everybody was standing around the body.
Yeah, like there's no direction, and I have no plans. I just being in the room doesn't feel right, so Maharib just leaves.
Okay. All right. So I mean, eventually, there's this very heavy moment where Vani is watching, and she's just shaking her head in disbelief. And Ramos, I guess what breaks the silence, right? Because Vani doesn't say anything.
It's probably like the door shutting. Like, is there a door to get in here? Because it would be the door.
Yeah,
shutting.
remember, because it was guarded. It was guarded from outside. So you just walk out, and the guards look at you like, "What happened?" But they see you're all pissed, and like they don't say anything. So Maharib, you walk out. This is clearly not the like, hooray, right?
Yeah. So maybe that's, if anything, that's what breaks like the silence.
So if 10 Pillars is there,
yes, yeah,
he just sees everybody like this whole thing transpire.
Yeah.
And is anybody like, does anybody look like they are not completely just speechless?
Maharib leaves.
All right. Well, I think 10 Pillars, being the practical one that he is, probably is so. What happened to Vonnie?
She looks like somebody who just ran over somebody's dog. Like she's just like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like what happened? And she doesn't want to say anything because she's afraid that like Ramos and Berg are gonna yell at her, and like she doesn't want to be blamed for it, but she understands that like this is a horrible situation and she doesn't know like what's going on.
I think 10 Pillars would walk over to Vonnie. I don't claim to know what, and this is quiet. He's just saying it to her.
Yeah.
I don't claim to know what you're going through, but it's not your fault. You did what you could, but now we need to be prepared for what comes next.
She looks up at you. Her eyes are all red, and she's like, "What? What do you mean next?" Right, and the camera snaps to the body, right, and it's unnamed body. She's lying under a black like sheet, basically. And yeah, when we look, she's lying there with her eyes open, and she's just staring straight up, and her eyes are glowing faintly. And Vonnie blinks like, oh, and she looks back at you like that. This isn't what's supposed to happen. And yeah, Ramos, you and Berg, I think you maybe don't notice that, but you hear Vonnie's tone, even if she's speaking quietly. You hear that like sound of panic in whatever she just said.
Yeah, I guess Berg's eyes dart immediately to what Vonnie's reacting to.
And I look directly at Berg, and we need to bind her now.
Yeah, I mean, I think Berg would. Damn. Yeah, knowing that it just killed unnamed, he just rushes Bahath to try to grapple.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like whatever's going on with this body is taking a long time to happen. So she's breathing, but she's breathing like she's hyperventilating. She's breathing in and out really quickly, and her eyes are staring at the ceiling, but her body isn't moving yet. She's just doing this eerie thing where she's lying there like, and like every time she breathes out, there's a little puff of like smoke in her breath.
I grab like Berg's shoulder and I bring him close, and so my mouth is really close to his ear.
Ah, dude.
Spit. We may need to kill it right now.
Not yet.
All right. Shouldn't wait though.
Yeah, and Berg goes to grapple, basically just bind up if there's no resistance yet from just as we have this opportunity.
Yeah, I think it's reasonable to have
outright kill this thing.
Yeah, it's fine to have rope appear from like off screen. That's fine. So yeah, you like tie rope, Adam. It's fine. So you tie her wrists. I imagine she has some kind of like garment on or whatever. But you tie her up. She's in a semi-comatose state. She can't like respond. So yeah, you just like bind up her wrists, and she's just like laying there staring and hyperventilating.
Yeah, and as after Berg does it, he turns back and says to 10 Pillars,
I know you want to destroy it now. We don't know. Maybe there's something left of unnamed. And if not, well, a fight is a fight. And they won.
I leave it up to
You
you.
cannot kill it. Just without seeing what it wants to do. No matter how much it pains Ramos. But I will be ready.
and Berg grabs out, like the hammer at the ready just in case.
I'm going to find Maharib. See what I'll just go find him. I leave.
Okay.
Yes, get him. We may need him.
And during this whole thing, Vani is just like kind of helpless. Like she's basically, as soon as things went bad, Agni disappeared. So she was just left here by essentially alone, but with you. And she looks at Ramos, and I don't think Ramos, you're looking at her, but she looks at you like she wants to explain herself or apologize or something, but she can't bring herself to say anything. And so 10 Pillars, you leave to go after Maharib.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So let's cut to that. Maharib, where do you go?
I was kind of wandering aimlessly. I just didn't, that room had a weird vibe, man. I just had to get out of there, man.
Bad vibes. Yeah, I hear you.
So yeah, I think you just find me in a hallway or something like that.
They were harsh in my mellow.
Yeah. I think you just find me find Maharib in a hallway somewhere, not too far from there. I mean, not that much time has passed.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You go outside and then you stop. Like, well, I just had to get out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And once again, you probably you smell 10 Pillars before you see him, the pipe smoke.
Sure.
So he doesn't wait for you to look at him or anything. He just is walking up
Yeah.
and talking to you. There's the issue of what happens to this vessel now. If your friend lost the battle, and it seems like she did, that leaves only Bahath left. We might need your strength and your weapon. We have her tied up, but Bahath's old and very, very powerful, so we may need you in there before too long. So take your time, but don't take too long.
Probably get like a little bit of a wait, and then he just nods to you. You get like a side nod.
Yeah.
And then maybe if I'm like leaning against the wall or something like that, there's like a pretty stern punch to the side of the stone. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I start I don't know if you walk off or anything, but I start making my way back towards the room.
Well, I walk off, and then I hear that.
Yeah.
And I just stop for a second, and then I continue walking.
Yeah. I think as I'm walking to the room, I draw the axe as well. It's in my right hand, just kind of walking towards the room. Kind of like an executioner dragging his weapon.
I was about to say, yeah, axes are very good at cutting people's heads off.
Yeah.
So, okay. So you go back in the 30 seconds or so, 10 Pillars is gone. Ramos, are you just despondent?
Yeah, right now I don't know what to do. I'm just
Okay.
sitting there, don't know what to do.
And Berg, you have your hammer out and you're focused on Ramos.
Yeah. His hammer's at the ready for what may or may not happen from
I come up to Ramos. And I just are you on your knees, kind of crumpled over? What body position are you in?
I'm just on my knees, head forward. My hands are out because they're just on fire. They're just burnt horribly right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And just Just like I'm just like someone turned the switch off. I'm just there.
Yeah. Ramos's strings are all cut.
I kind of take a knee, like a kneeling position, like sit on the back of my heels next to Ramos. I had a wife once. Seems like a different life. We lived on the outskirts of the city. I was young. We hadn't even had a child yet. She was cut down in front of me by raiders. I think about her every day. It doesn't
What was
get
her
easier,
name?
Ramos Krill.
What was her name, if you don't mind me asking?
You see him like struggle with this. Like he hasn't said this name aloud in like forever. Her name was Hana.
That's a beautiful name.
I haven't spoken that name in I don't know how long. I've forgotten what she looks like. But I tell myself that the things I do, the right I try to make of this world, the order I try to bring to chaos, I tell myself it's for her. Most times I believe it. But it keeps me going, Ramos Krill. I can only hope the same for you.
Zidani. I was going to call her Zidani.
I didn't know her, Ramos, but I bet she would have liked that.
Tower teaches us to let go, not hold on to things. But I think the people who wrote these words never loved somebody.
The tower teaches you to let go, but it never teaches you what to do after that.
This is true. Well, 10 pillars. Let us change the world so that Zidani and Hannah never have to. Their memories are never spoiled. The world will be better than what the ones they left. I'm going to need your help.
And yours. We have much to
First.
do before our lives are over.
There's a stranger in her body, and it must be removed.
And I think at that moment, like, I look up and Maharib is like,
Yeah,
just
the
like
door like kicks open and Marib's there with his axe walking towards the
Someone need killing over here.
Yeah.
So Maharib, when you come into the room, right? We see you like pull the door open and stride into the room with your axe. We see the body turn its head to look at you. Does anybody in the room speak Draconic? We speak Draconic?
I hope not.
Okay, dude, let me check.
I know someone that does.
Who is it?
That sounds like a no.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Who is it?
I don't think so.
Okay, and Maharib, you don't either? Okay.
Negative.
All right. So she turns her head and she opens her mouth and she starts saying things in Draconic, this like rasping sort of burning language, and you can hear Unname's voice under it, and then also like this other kind of superimposed sound on top, and she's talking to you, Maharib, but you don't understand her.
Does the word Maharib make it into the sentence or no?
No, Bahath wouldn't call you that. Bahath would have another name for you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm walking towards the body then, with the axe in hand.
As you pass, I touch you and cast tongues on you, so you can now speak Draconic.
Ah, cool. Okay. All right. So Ramos, you reach up and you touch Maharib, and I don't think that that Bahath says anything after that. So you can say something if you want.
Does that work
Maharib?
retroactively? Do I know that language is Draconic?
I think you could have guessed at it anyway.
Sure. I mean, a dragon soul taking into a body that probably speaks dragon. Probably what that was.
It's like how I don't speak Korean, but I would recognize if two people were talking and be like, oh, they're speaking Korean.
Okay. Yeah. I think tongues is cast. I walk by, getting closer to the corpse, or the would-be corpse, the body. Bahath, I guess
body.
is what we'll call it from now on. And I think I go to like raise up the axe and in Draconic state. This is not your body. You are not welcome here.
And in Draconic, so everybody can understand Maharib, but nobody can understand Bahath, because tongues work such that anything Maharib says, anyone who can speak a language can understand, but the inverse isn't true for everybody. So you say that, gotcha. And Bahath says, "No, you robbed me of my body a long time ago. I like this one. You can't have it."
I mean, I don't remember any of that, so this is just like nonsense.
No, you totally don't. You're like, what?
I think I just take a strike. I come down with the axe and try to make an attack.
So Maharib, you see, Berg, you see Maharib raise the axe, and in common to you, Berg, the body of Unnamed turns her head and looks at you, imploringly, like this is, you need to stop this, and she says, I think she just says your name. She's just like, Berg. And you see this, like she looks at you like, please wait. Like, you tied me up. I can't stop him. Do you do anything, or do you just let Maharib take the swing?
Yeah. I think Berg would take the hammer and stop that hammer, or stop his axe.
Okay,
and
so hold on before you get a chance to say anything. So
idea.
Maharib swings the axe. Berg stops the axe with the hammer. Everybody in the room needs to make a Constitution. Everybody in the room needs to make a Constitution saving throw real quick for me.
Fuck.
I'll roll
22.
Roll for Vani.
Ramos crit. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Berg failed, I think.
Now I crit.
Okay, Vani failed. Yeah, right.
2 success.
Vani failed.
3 fails.
Yes, yeah. So Berg, 10 pillars, and Vani, you are all knocked on your ass. Everybody's gonna take some damage, but it's not the main thing. So let's see. It's pretty swingy. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so 15 damage if you failed, 7 if you succeeded. You don't get knocked prone. So they collide, and there's this perfect like just like this symbol, right? Just like the yin yang symbol, there is an arc of white light that swirls around in one direction and an arc of this greenish darkness that swirls in the other. There's a big thump and everybody gets kind of like knocked back or knocked down. That definitely interrupts the swing. Who is the first to react or say something?
I think I just screamed like, Berg! There's just like a...
Yeah, like you look at him like, what are you doing?
Yeah. And probably like recoiling the axe. Getting ready for another strike.
Yeah, and so then Bahath kind of recovers and she says, I am not your enemy. Untie me. We can be reasonable about this.
You will not be untied until we know you will not do what you do. Do not think of me as your ally.
That's the thing, Berg. We are allies. Both of us, long imprisoned. Due our freedom. Let me go. Bahath is like squirming against the ropes.
I'm rearing up for another attack.
Yeah, right?
I look to Ramos. Ramos, you need to settle this.
Whatever that is not her. Put it down, Maharib.
Yeah, I swing.
Yeah.
Ramos!
You let it happen?
Yeah, Berg.
You want to try
yells out
same thing,
Ramos
try to get in the
'cause
way?
He's recognizing that, like, yeah, it's been imprisoned forever and it didn't choose to be imprisoned. As much as it sucks that it did, what it did. You put it in the arena, So
Oh, I mean, this was much before that. That was a different dragon entirely.
Well, and that's the thing, right? Is like there's a lot of complicated stuff going on here. So but Berg, like he says, like, yeah, Bahath says, like, hey, I'm like you, like we're both prisoners. So I guess the thing is, like, Maharib, if you want to attack and Berg, you want to stop him, we could do like opposed rolls just to see if Berg gets in the way or so. Both of you tell me what you're doing. So Maharib, you have the axe. You're gonna come in and try to attack the corpse.
Oh, go ahead.
And sorry, go ahead, Max. I was waiting for you. Yeah.
No, I was just saying, just for justification kind of sake. Like Berg just wants Ramos to talk to Bahath. It doesn't sit well just killing outright.
Yeah.
So that's why he's doing what he's doing. But
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if
Berg.
that's justification.
I know. I just
think-
want
yeah,
to
I just-
for the sake of.
No, it's nice to know. Yeah, totally. So I guess the question here is, so Berg, what you want is for Ramos to tell Maharib to stop because you think Maharib is doing what Ramos wants, right? So you're like Ramos because Ramos should be like, stop this, Ramos, like stop letting this happen.
Yeah.
Is that basically what you're saying? Okay. And then Ramos, is that true? Like you're the one that's telling Maharib to do this thing, or you think you are?
Yeah, I think I'm telling
Because
Maharib.
like Maharib, yeah, but Maharib, you're doing this because of your own reasons, not because Ramos is telling you to. It seems.
Yeah.
Okay. So is Berg gonna have to like physically get in your way to stop you from swinging on the corpse?
I would think so. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So why don't we do that? So Berg, are you willing to get in Maharib's way physically, like to like block him with your body and try to like restrain him? Basically, it's gonna be like an opposed athletics roll to see like if you can push him away. And if Maharib wins, he pushes you aside and he attacks the body. And if you win, you hold Maharib at bay long enough maybe for Ramos to like talk it out. That sound good?
Yeah. That's kind of what he's.
So let's have you both do athletics checks.
Okay. You want to, since you're like the defender, do you want to set the DC, Berg? And roll first?
Sure.
I think you roll with a 15. I'm rolling. Or no, you roll with a
And
12.
I mean, it's up to you,
12.
Berg, but is this enough to trigger like rage, you think? Like, would you?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So
Yeah,
you
'cause it's the
are
second time.
enraged.
The first time Berg didn't rage. The second time, if he's going to be persistent in trying to kill it, he's going to rage.
Okay. All right. So you'll have advantage on this roll.
Set the
Yeah, as
DC.
he's doing that too, like in the middle of it, and watch your ears. Berg yells out to Ramos,
Ramos, talk to it!
Nice.
Oh,
All right, and so
wow.
you interpose your body. The cavern shakes with Berg's mighty roar. So go ahead and make that athletics roll with advantage, Berg.
Oh,
Okay, 31.
God, for
Fuck.
that.
31 is the DC.
that's high.
So Maharib, there is a
Rolled
wall
a
of Berg
19.
in front of you.
I can only attack if I crit. I think, right? There's no other way.
Well, no, you have to. If you can't beat a 31, you can't win. You're held at bay for
A
like
crit
a round.
doesn't
Basically, you're
automatically
wrestled.
win?
No, no, not
well, then
unskilled.
I can't win. Yeah, I roll
Okay,
with a plus.
so for a round, and then we can roll again. But basically, Berg, you get in the way, and you grab Maharib, and the two of you are like jostling, and Maharib's like, I'm gonna kill that dragon thing, and so Ramos and 10 Pillars, Vani is just like losing it. She's not gonna get involved, but Ramos and 10 Pillars, you can both do something. Well, I think the thing is for her, we linger on Vani for a moment, and she's conflicted, right? Because technically, her religion demands that her loyalty is to Bahath as a servant of Imix, like her. It's a demigod, right? And so there's that. Her upbringing and her religion demand that, but her personal feelings, demand something altogether different. So she's trapped in this space between the two things.
In the lore, Bahath serves Imix, yes?
Bahath is, like the dragons are all formed of the primordials. So there are different myths about it. Some of them are like literal children. Some of them are just like hair cuttings and fingernail clippings. So it really depends. But yes, Bahath belong. This is why you had to bribe Imix with the room and the cup and stuff to be like, hey buddy, we'd just like to keep borrowing this dragon for a while. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at.
Well then, I think 10 Pillars would say, Bonnie, this is your house. What would you have done?
Let me make a wisdom saving throw to see if she's capable of any kind of action right now.
I'm sorry, Ray. I'm too terrified beyond beyond rational thought right now.
You got a 20.
Yeah, she got a 20. So she looks at you and she's like, what do I do? She doesn't know. She's lost, right? Like,
Okay.
But they're my friends, but that's God, or kind of God, and I don't. So,
Well, I must be the arbiter in this. I'll step forward. And are you swinging just Maharib?
Maharib's trying
pretty
to,
much
but Berg
locked.
is now in the way.
Yeah, we're like in a.
We're like locked in. Yeah, I like stopped in, and we're pretty much like locked in, like like that.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll step in.
Yeah.
If I must be the arbiter in all of this, the only thing that is on my mind is if we destroy this body with this spirit or soul in it, that's not something we can take back. It may be too powerful, given enough time to kill. But I suggest we hold off on that for now. There's questions. And it looks like this is causing dissent among you. Berg, you chose to save this body's life, whatever is inside of it. Make your case.
What are you? I'm over the body looking in its eyes.
I think I shove off of Berg and I start.
I was gonna say, does Maharib stop? Because otherwise, we're both like,
No.
well, let me answer you in just a moment here.
Yeah, like.
So yeah, the two of you kind of pull apart.
I pull apart. Yeah, I'm furthest away from the body.
Okay.
And I'm dead staring, just like deep breaths, just staring straight at Berg.
Yeah,
Get it right back.
yeah. It's like the weighing for a fight, right?
Yeah.
You're just
Oh
like,
yeah.
Yeah, Berg
I
has
love
like
it.
the hammer in tow right now. Like, motherfucker, try me.
Yeah. So Ramos, you look at the body of Bahath, which is like steaming now. And she says in common, so everyone can understand. I was called Bahath, mighty flame, flickering wings, fire from above, claws, scales, no weak thing like this. Though there is a certain beauty to it. I am slowly regaining my memories. I was trapped in that sword for a very long time.
What do you intend to do with this new body?
I haven't decided yet. Explore a little, I suppose.
What do you know of this creature, Maharib?
He is familiar to me. This Goliath and I have business, and once I remember the details of it, I'm sure there'll be hell to pay.
That probably breaks for the first time, or Maharib finally breaks the like death glare stare at Berg,
Yeah.
and like when he hears his name and looks over.
And that's when Berg strikes. No, I'm just kidding.
Shove you into the lava.
Yeah, the breathing kind of slows down. But I don't think Maharib says anything.
What happened to the person you were battling? What happens to her now?
What happens to darkness when the sun rises? She has receded, fled from the light. And there will be no midnight that sees her return. She is extinguished.
Are you sure? I mean, she was pretty great. I mean, is
Really? Really though? But really though?
There
Really?
isn't a flicker in Bahath's eyes that reminds you.
Yeah.
I think Berg looks to Ramus. Not mattering if Ramus looks at him. Just his attention is on Ramus now, just to see what he says and how this whole situation plays out.
Your kind were known to be destructive, uncontrollable. Why should we let you free?
The world needs a little destroying now and then.
Who do you serve?
Only the flame.
Are you bound to its orders?
Vani says, sort of for the first time, really since the ritual started, she says, Bahath was one of Father's talons, a creature of terrible destruction. This dragon, he was lost some time ago, but my father would not and you can see her like her eyes are like flickering and like she's trying to channel something and her voice keeps like wavering and she stumbles and I think she's closest to you, 10 pillars, so she kind of stumbles into you. And you can see like her eyes are like she looks like she's having a seizure and she's just like trying to hold herself together. Like this very minor sort of like tremor passing through her.
I grab her like by the sides of the head and look into her eyes and see like what's like try and see what's going on. Like her eyes like rolling back in her head and stuff like.
So she looks at you and her eyes kind of like roll back in her head and
go
ahead. Yeah.
Before something happens, can I do like a religion history check or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Which one?
What are you trying to? What do you want to know?
I want to know if this is something that has been written about before.
Like which part of it?
If there is, like, there's going like if this body is going to explode and a dragon will appear where the body used to be, or something like that. You know,
you're trying to recall like a story that. Okay, yeah, make a history check.
28.
The details of this situation are so specific that there's no like story about the time that the priestess, her shadow souled friend, a dragon, a broken sword. Like there's just so many variables that there's
it sounds like a joke. It sounds like the beginning of a
really
joke.
Like there's just
sword,
so
a
much
dragon,
going
and
on.
a demon walk into a bar.
Yeah. So it's all so specific that I don't think you have enough time to recall anything helpful.
Yeah. Okay.
And so her and Bahath at the same time, Bahath says it, Vani says it like she's scared, but also there's a tinge of like religious, like you can hear her voice crack with like ecstasy, but like something close to it, the religious version of that. And then Bahath is saying it like, oh, now you're going to get it. So they both say, he's coming. And you see her like trembling and she starts to grow like hot to the touch. 10 pillars.
Okay. I like take my hands off and I honestly I just like step back and I look at the three of them. Because I don't have a means
screams,
to kill nobody.
she screams and falls to her knees, and her clothes light on fire. So she bursts into flames, and Bahath is just like chuckling.
Real quick, since I have the robe of eyes on, do I see anything weird?
I mean, everything you're looking at is kind of weird right now, but there's nothing like sneaking up on you or anything that,
Okay.
Like
I was just wondering if there was like
weird.
like she's here and then like I see like an ethereal dragon form or whatever. Okay.
No. Anybody else have anything they want to do?
Bring on a mix. Let's do it.
I think I just put my shield up. And try to,
Berg's at the ready.
put my shield up and try to like protect myself from what I'm
whatever
assuming is going
image
to
you
be
can't
flames.
crit me, you motherfucker. If you're gonna fight me,
Tightening your breastplate. Oh god.
I just ready my dust, my disappearing dust.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
okay.
That's like instinctually I just like reach for it and I'm ready to like fucking pop it and go.
Yep. Ramos, anything you wanna do?
Omar's coming. Good one, Chad.
Do we lose? Yeah. Well, you know what? Let's take a. Yeah, looks like we lost Dan. Let's take a break. Let's take a break here anyway. We're due one. So let's hang on this.
That's a shot.
Hang on this moment, and we will come back and we'll see if we can recover Dan for this whatever is to come. So let's pause here.
Cool. All right, we'll take our break and we'll be right back. Dan won't be so shocked when we get back as well. So see you guys in just about.